This is the thermostat for this zone of the house. I'm holding it. I never lived in a place where the thermostat wasn't in the wall.
I'm Emily Sack.
I'm Bob Schloss. We live in the village of Ossining.
The house was designed to meet the criteria required for a passive house, trying to get to net zero energy use. We cut off the gas line. All the appliances we bought had to be Energy Star compliant. There's tons of insulation. The windows are the European style tilt and turn windows. They open
triple glazed?
They're triple glazed. So they're very tight. When they're closed, they're super tight. The doors as well.
The theory of passive house is that if the windows and doors and the walls and ceilings and the base are so insulated, they call that whole thing the thermal envelope. So the idea is that the temperature won't shift very much, no matter how hot it is outside, or it'll shift somewhat. And therefore, whatever heating or cooling you need can be kind of minimal. So we have an air source heat pump, which can generate either heat or cool. It's located like 6 inches outside the house. And there are thermostats. There are 3 zones in this house, and we have a target temperature for each zone. And if the house does drift, it will automatically generate hot or cool. So behind you is a mini split. Because you're not having to shift so much, you can power that air source heat pump just with electrons from photovoltaic cells. So we have solar panels on the roof, generated enough electricity to do all the lights, all the appliances, all the computers, the washing machine, the dryer, everything, and the air source heat pump. The key thing that I want to say is you keep the energy use modest in the house without giving up a comfortable lifestyle. We have an induction cooktop.
It's very responsive. A lot of people who love gas cooktops really like this once you learn how to use it. Back in the 1970s, when there was the first energy crisis in this country, fuel crisis, people started insulating and tightening up their homes, but they had big problems with mold because the air wasn't circulating enough from inside and outside. So they learned that you have to have fresh air coming in and expelling old air. So that's what the Zender does. We have some raised beds, and then I'm planting sedum on the ground. So we had people come out from Brooklyn Grange Farm, which does urban farming in the city and rooftop farming, and we consulted with them and they helped us.
And it'll absorb some of the water.
Right.
The rain that lands on the solar panels might be flooding out, but here it's flooding onto our green roof where there's soil, and so it's absorbing the water, so it's just better for everything. If we didn't do all the insulation and all the great windows, we might have had to have a bigger capacity heat pump. But because of the thermal envelope, that the house won't drift. If I turn off the whole system and we have 5 days of 91 degrees, the house will get warmer.
Oh yeah.
But it won't get anything near to 91 degrees. It'll get slightly warmer. So the thermal envelope means we can have a very small heat pump in contrast to the size of the house. Comfort is higher and expense is lower. That's the bottom line.
We would spend we had gas and electric at the other house. Cold months, sometimes we had bills of $500. I think maybe one year we had a $600 bill.
So we were already doing sort of the lesser impact middle class lifestyle. But when we decided that we could downsize, Emily liked this neighborhood, and she saw the opportunity, given whoever bought this house was going to have to do massive renovations. And she had the idealistic idea that if we do it, and wherever possible, use local suppliers and local contractors, that would lead to an educated workforce, so that maybe in the future there could be more very, very green homes.